What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we're back with some more content. What did you expect? We're back with some Settlement Survival, Episode 2. Still trying to figure out the camera a little bit. I do record both during the day and at night. So, still trying to figure out how to get my hair to not fizzle away. I am right by a window. Don't have curtains, only have blinds, so I feel like that's definitely affecting my lighting. And then I have my Ring camera right up here. So I'm trying to find a good balance to make sure that it's not so pixelated on the edges for the camera right now. You guys might just have to deal with it for a little bit because I'd rather push out some content, but I did mess with it and I know that I have to keep adjusting it. Also see if there's a way to find some settings in the OBS to where I can have different setups, maybe one for the day and night. But right now when I adjust the camera, maybe because I have it under the same name, I have to see if I can make two different categories. But anyways, we're back with some Settlement Survival. And we are just kind of stocking up on our natural resources. I know last time we kind of mentioned wanting a graveyard soon. And also we were trying to figure out where we were going to place our town hall in order to get our immigrants to come in. Now, the problem is we have a bandit base here, and chances are they are going to go straight for our town hall because they like to steal our silver. So I'm kind of tempted to put it close to the bandit camp here. But this way is going to be agriculture. This is going to be like raw materials. Besides timber we have over here, and this is kind of going to be like production and manufacturing, where residential is going to go more over here. Honestly, I might just go ahead and place it right here. We'll go right there for now. I don't think that's a bad spot. We still have this entire corner, and then we have 6 years. 3 citizens are injured. We also do have our chapel going, and probably be nice to get some medicinal powder going. I don't know what our herbs are looking like. We have 278, but the problem is we don't have any workers right now. So once this first set of immigrants comes in, we'll have more room to work with in what we're going to be building. So right now we're just kind of making sure all of our people who aren't working right away, or who have a break in their jobs, such as the builders when they're not building, or this guy because we are completely full on fuel. While they're taking a break, they'll go ahead and do our laborer work for us. We do have some alpacas over here, but it doesn't look like we have any cubs, and if I remember correctly... Oh, we do! We have buffalo already. Okay. Buffalo was found by a hunter. That was just done. Getting that as soon as possible would be nice. So maybe we'll start thinking about building that, our pasture, right away. We do have a pasture zone over here that buffs our output, and then it looks like we might have some alpacas over here. So if our hunters can get over there, we'll also have alpacas available. I believe in here we already set this up for just raw food and then also timber, so that's perfect. Everything else should be put in these two storage areas. Eventually we'll probably get a warehouse over here just for our stone. We're probably going to put iron over here as well, unless we end up putting it down here. And not too far from now, we're going to start thinking about getting reservists, and we're also going to start thinking about getting some arrow towers. We have to pay attention to up here, make sure we're not getting any wild beast events, because if we do, we're definitely going to have to prepare for that. Granted, reservists do take laborers, so seeing that we don't have any available and we kind of need people to work these jobs right now, we're not really low on anything. So realistically, if we wanted, we could take this guy out and put him to get more timber, since we're running a little low on that. However, this did just use quite a bit. Winter did just pass, so maybe it would be best to take him out for now. and add them over here. Just to get our timber production going. Water should be okay. Food looks like it's doing okay. We do have stone tools going, but we have stone production going, so that's fine. We do need to start thinking about getting a tailor. Town hall has been built, so we can start getting policies if we want, which I don't think we're gonna get too far into those right now. Regular reap first. Trade, processing, others, immigration, receive all, reject all, or we make a decision. Food, we have our different harvesting. For housing, we have firefighting policy. Oh, we can we can do it with bare hands or with water. I feel like water's the way to go. Don't want to change that. Or we can demolish the flaming structure. But we're okay right now. We can drink dirty river water, I guess, since we don't really have access to other types of beverages. Value science and technology increases by 20, but also get additional abilities learning through textbooks, which textbooks we don't have any right now. I believe we do have one unlocked, but I think you need paper to make use of it. Yeah, basic consumption of studying the textbook is 5 paper. So we can't really worry about that. Or we can increase their max stamina, which is cool. Value physical education. We do have a new tech point, but we have quite a few saved up and not much we can really spend it on. So we're just gonna kind of let it go for a little bit. Pay attention to what the colonists are doing. We have some alpacas, we have some buffalo. We got some seagulls flying around. Pumpkins are coming through. There's some kiddos running around playing, not working, because they're bums. Let that go for a little bit, and then we can also look through the building. So we're gonna get a pasture. Fishing dock, we're not too close to the river quite yet. Nice to get a gatherer's hut. Need a tailor sometime soon, and eventually we're gonna need a repair house. Traveling merchant, he wants reed or alpaca meat. It's gonna be probably a while before we get either of those, so we'll just go ahead and dismiss that deal. But yeah, we're still a little decent away from the water, and then the first fishing spot's all the way around the mountain, so we're probably not gonna worry about a fishing dock anytime soon. Timber is starting to increase though, which is good because we have some stuff using it, such as the stone tools. Everything else looks okay, so honestly we can probably 10 times speed it. Wait for these immigrants to come through. Go ahead and zoom in over by our lumber camp, our forester's hut. Just let things play out for a bit. We're not having very many bursts. That's 2 like periods, April and then July, so I wonder if it just keeps track every 3 months. So every quarter, I suppose, it lets us know if we've had any bursts in the colony, and we haven't had very many. It was really just the first couple of cycles, first couple of quarters. But now we've had basically a year and a half without any bursts. So we need some bursts, that's for sure. Which is a little surprising because of a fertility rate is all the way up. It looks like our people are out of jobs, so let's make sure they continue collecting some plants. Keep them busy. Might as well collect some reed over along the coast. And immigrants should come in less than a month. So then we'll go ahead and boost our population a bit. Honestly, we can probably prepare by building an apartment wouldn't be bad, to be honest. And it does fit right there. Is there anywhere else we would rather put it though? Because mines can go along here, and if we put this here, a mine can go on this side. Or we can just put it alongside our town hall here, which I think I like that. So let's go ahead and get that. That way we don't have to rush around and build houses, and people can automatically have a home when we recruit them to the colony. Won't be bad. And here we are. They are approaching. We'll definitely take them in. We have another 10, and while we do that, we'll go ahead and slow things down. Still not using much fuel yet. Food is still looking okay. Stone is looking fine. We have a 4th person there. Let's go ahead and get these more builders in. Let's go ahead and get a gatherer's hut right away. Gatherer's hut isn't really a necessity, but it'll be nice to start stocking up on herbs because that's gonna give us a bonus in our health. And as you can see, we're already starting to face some repercussions here. Work efficiency minus 10% and stamina consumption plus 10%. We definitely need to find a way to keep them healthy and happy, and that's going to be one way to keep them healthy. Gatherer's hut probably won't be too important, so maybe we can look at some research here. Herbalist hut we're definitely going to need to get. Let's just go ahead and get that now. School expansion. We do have some kiddos in school now, but we're not going to worry about that yet. Research institute would be nice, but we're doing fine on technology. No rush quite yet. Gonna have to start thinking about getting the barracks soon. Getting some reed, and then also getting some knitting workshops should be able to make us shoes, and shoes helps with our happiness. So that might be pretty important early on. So let's go ahead and get reed and then knitting. Do we have flax? I believe we do. Town details, collection. We do have flax, so that'd probably be a good idea. We're about to hit winter, so we can go ahead and build this now. I think a standard field will be okay. But we can go ahead and expand it just a bit. Do another 8x10 for flax. And then, seeing that our hunter's hut is right here next to the stockpile, we're also going to start needing a textile mill. Reed is going to have to go on the water, so we might have to put a transfer station next to our reed to make sure that our colonists don't have to walk super far. So that's going to be a bit of an investment. Go ahead and speed things up a bit. 3 citizens are freezing. I need this building to get done ASAP. And we don't have any more events anytime soon. We should be able to gather all these plants right now since we have a bunch of people not doing anything. Go ahead and finish that up to make sure all these people aren't homeless. Get flax going. How are we doing on reed? That should be raw materials. We only have 43, so it might be nice to just send some people gathering along these coastlines. And then that should be the only thing that will be consuming our reed right now. So we shouldn't really have to worry about a reed field yet, or a reed farm. People are no longer homeless, and we have 5 years until the bandit camp attacks. Herbalist hut would be nice. Alright, flax farm. Get that going, so that'll start growing next season. How are we doing on resources? 75 wood. We're about to finish building this though. Fuel could probably use a person in it again, because we only have 318. And we are going through winter right now, so it'd be nice to restock real quick. Knock on wood, we are nearly 4 years deep, and we haven't had anybody die. I feel like this is going so much better than the first run, guys. So much better. Finally got the hang of it. We learned from our mistakes. Hopefully. Now, usually when I would say something like that on the last run, everything would quickly go downhill. So I might have just jinxed myself. We'll have to see. We do have 2 workers left. Clothing is getting pretty low, so I think it's going to be important to, 1, get a knitting workshop. They're going to use the reed. Oh, knitting workshop. Where do we want to put you? Kind of down here, if I'm being honest. But actually also kind of close to the marketplace, because it'll provide shoes. Where do we want to put you? We can always move it later. We'll put it there for now. We got another tech point, which we are actually gonna use, and then not the mill. We need textile mill. Go ahead and unlock that right away. And then once we start getting some flax, we'll put somebody on here. They'll turn the flax into linen, and they can turn linen into clothes for us. And we kind of have to do that because we don't have anything consistent for animal hide or fur. Once we start getting the bison going, then we can definitely slow down, maybe change the farm if we're struggling by food by that point. So we'll definitely be doing some micromanaging once we find better ways to be efficient. But as of right now, at least, we're gonna go ahead and get flax in the textile mill. Probably our next wave of people, we should get 7 more laborers. We need people to start having kids. But then we'll start thinking about raising some buffalo, because that's going to take a while, because they have to grow up. And then we have to exceed a certain amount. So once our pasture reaches capacity of animals, then we can start getting hide from slaughtering them. So that's going to be a whole process, probably going to take us a little bit. We should have some reed stocked up though, so let's go ahead and at least get some shoes to try and get a boost in happiness. Draw shoes, 10 for 5. We should get about 50, which will be enough for at least all of our colonists once. That'll give us a boost. And then we also need to think about the herbalist hut. So we might have to manually chop down some trees here soon, and then start thinking about taking some people off. We'll do one more round of gathering plants, and then we'll also chop down some trees. Again, we're gonna go for the bunches. I'm not sure if that affects it or not, but I feel like when you take out large clumps, it takes a lot longer for trees to grow. I just like to do little bundles. And once this gets through its first cycle or two, it'll start being more consistent. It's got to chop all the trees down first and then plant all the trees, but once that cycle becomes more like spaced out to where maybe you're only chopping half and then the other half is growing, rather than just like one large influx, it should be more consistent. Bandits still have 5 years, which is good news. Only one person injured. Water's doing okay, food is doing okay, and we're about to finish up winter. Stone is struggling a bit, but honestly, I don't think we really need 200 stocked up on. We'll just go to 150 for now. We did definitely use all of our fuel. So yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking about manually chopping down some trees. If not, we're gonna run out of timber quickly. What we can do, actually, is because our builder's hut is full with workers, and start thinking about getting other things going. This is still in the no effect, so I'm not gonna worry about that quite yet. The herbalist hut. We are gonna have to start worrying about the tailor soon, though. Let's go ahead and get that going. Tailor can go... Where are we gonna put the mill? Mill can go there. And then Tailor right next to it. That's actually perfect. This is gonna take some of our resources. We go farther out, especially now that it's warming up. I don't mind. So like this big clump of trees would be really nice. And then we'll go ahead and get some plants out here as well. We'll just send them on a little mission. Gonna have to start thinking about getting some more iron as well. Let's go ahead and start gathering that. I don't know if we have any closer deposits. Got some deposits up here, over here. Really it. I mean, we can go all the way down there, but might have to think about getting a mine pretty soon. Our first planting of our flaxseed. Then we'll start making some linen. Nobody has passed. Don't need a cemetery quite yet, and that's going to use quite a bit of our stone, so we don't want to rush into that. But tools are getting up there. We'll leave it at 150 for now. And shoes are getting made. As you can see, they're going quickly because our citizens are putting them on, so that should give us a nice little boost here. For some reason it says 52 at the top, but then this bar says 54. That's weird. Now it's 53. I wonder if it's just slow to update, or maybe updates monthly or something. I don't know, but it lied. One of them's lying. I'm not sure which one. Alright, textile mill is about to go down, but truthfully we don't need anybody in there right now because we don't have any flax. But you're set to linen. What do we want to rush out right now while we wait? You don't really need more than that there. We'll keep you as a laborer while you get those jobs done. Flaxseed and pumpkins are getting planted for the season. This should give us a decent stockpile of wood, at least for right now. Probably have to do another decent bundle here soon. Clothing is down to 60. Fuel's getting a bit low, but we have the whole summer to stockpile that. there any other research we want to do right now? We are gonna need the repair house actually. So before, wow. Speaking of the devil, huh? Speaking of the devil, like they knew. Where do we want to set this? I guess by the well for now. Get somebody on that just to repair real quick, and then once they finish repairing, we'll probably take them out. Alright, all the trees are chopped down. We're only sitting at 150. Not the greatest, but we have a little rain going on. A little rain. So we'll enjoy the peaceful weather. Wait for this repair shop to get done. What is this for? This is a bonus. Be an initial happiness and health bonus. So even right now we're at plus 10%. So we should be at like 45 and 55. So we're definitely gonna have to find ways to boost that. Get Lila to get repairing this house over here. Our first influx of flax is going to be put in the stockpile and harvested shortly. Probably need to make sure that we're keeping up with reed. Reed is down to 80, so let's go ahead and gather some more along the coast here. Might as well gather all these plants. Still doing some gathering over here, so let them catch up for a little bit. This stockpile's only at 50%. This one's only at 31, 19, so we got plenty of storage for things. All our shoes are getting hit or used, and now we're back to no effect on the happiness meter, so that definitely helped us out here. We need some children, like desperately. I don't know what's going on. We're not having any children. Could start getting some roads, but I think we're doing okay for now. Did someone die? No. What happened to our other worker? Oh, they went into the repair shop. Duh. Alright, don't need anybody there right now. We'll get another laborer doing this work. And honestly, since we have the workers, we might as well just get our pasture going. We're gonna put the tailor right there. Let's see what it's like with the tailor, because we need to get that going here soon. So we'll put that there, and then maybe we'll just do a pasture on the back side of it. $10 by 10 maybe? Let's do a 10 by 10. Get the pasture going. That way, what do buffalo give us? Can we see that from here? When we slaughter them, it gives us buffalo meat, fat, and leather. That'll be nice. We'll get those buildings going. That's gonna use a decent amount of our wood, so we should probably go ahead and just get that queued up for now. It is about to get cold, so we don't want to send them too far off. Maybe we'll just take the edge out of where we're planting trees. That shouldn't be too far. Fuel is going back up, but we definitely didn't get anywhere close to full. So we might want to start thinking about getting a second person in there. At least for the summers. Flax is getting harvested, so we'll also start thinking about getting somebody in here. What are our textiles looking like? Doctors have recently treated many patients with wind, heat, and cold. Seeing that people are vulnerable to wind, cold, in autumn and winter, he suggested to prepare some medicines or clothing for cold weather. Oh, what kind of medicines? Because we're about to make some clothes. Let's do some medicine. 200 herbs. I mean, that's okay. We just can't use it yet, which is fine. Alright, let's take a builder off and get our tailor going, making some rough clothes. We are low on wood, but we should be gathering some once we gather all these plants and stuff. What needs repaired now? Oh, it's just not assigned. Nothing's broken though, so I'm not too worried about it. And we have no events lined up. So honestly, probably just 10 speed it for a little bit. Let this bad boy get built. Probably take another builder off temporarily. Alright. We'll put one person in there for now. Get some buffalo going. Let it play out. We'll probably, once some of these kiddos start graduating from school, probably get a herbalist hut going. That way it boosts our health, because our health is starting to take a toll a bit. We're at 59, so less than ideal, which is between 60 and 80. Not quite where we want it. Water's still doing good. Food is doing just fine, which is great news. Got a new tech point. Clothing is running low, but we're already produced 25. Fuel's doing okay. I think we're doing alright everywhere. It'd be nice to get a little more stone. It looks like we did go ahead and harvest that iron already, so we're up to 140, which is a decent amount for now. Once we get a mine going, we'll obviously switch this over to iron tools, and clicking on somebody, the tools impacts its health, so that should help there too. See what this merchant wants. We want 630 of our pumpkins, and we have 928. We just had a harvest. Can we afford that? To make it, I don't know if we can afford it, but to make it a little more exciting, let's go ahead and do it. Let's make some money. We made 790 silver. That's going to help us for when we start needing to recruit reservists, which we are going to have to start thinking about here soon. While we look at the research to make sure nothing crazy happens, let's go ahead and slow down the time. My cat is crying in the background. I'm making sure that the mic doesn't pick it up. Poor Houston, but he's a crybaby. He is. Oh. Somehow he made it in the room. I thought I closed the door. Alright. Transfer station and warehouse, we'll have to start thinking about getting soon. As long as Houston doesn't go by my cords, we're good. He likes to jump up on my computer tower and shut things down. So we can't be having that. So I need to make sure he's occupied until I can get him out of here. An apiary wouldn't be nice, or wouldn't be bad, but we need clay to build it. It'd just be another resource of food. We're gonna have to start thinking about mining soon, and sand mining. Did we get alpacas? Got geese. That's just gonna give us feathers, which we don't necessarily need right now. We are already at 4 of 9 bison. Only having a max number of 9 kind of stinks, but that's okay. If anything, we'll destroy that later on and rebuild it. Before we do destroy everything though, we're gonna want material recycling. That way we get 100% of materials used when building it back. So if I start talking about how I want to destroy things, please remind me to get material recycling. It's important. So we're not wasting our resources here. Alright, we're getting linen lined up. I don't think I ever did look at the textiles. I meant to earlier. We got a decent amount of alpaca wool and leather. So we should be good. We should be okay. We prepared for that well. I could take one more person out of the builder's cabin and start getting the medicinal powder going, which I think I'm going to. Can't go back there, bud. That would be in services. Probably processing. Herbalist hut. Here we go. That's gonna kind of want to be by our gathering spot and our clinic. So let's go ahead and put it behind our timber. Does take up a little of the area here, but that's fine. Go ahead and get that going. Come here, Houston. We do have a crate here, but we can't do anything with it because we don't have fishing nets. We just gotta pretend that nothing happened and the box floats away. Only event is a merchant ship coming in, so waiting for that to start picking up here. Still have 0 bursts, which is absolutely insane to me. It could also have quite a bit to do with them staying in an apartment. So maybe we'll get some more houses going down. We'll get 4 houses. 4 houses going. And then there's really no rush to get those right at this moment. So we'll leave the builders how they are. Then once the herbalist hut comes in, we'll take one out, put one in. Rest of our resources are doing okay. I don't want to go on like a tree hunt until we've until the weather's warmed up. I don't want them going out on a long journey and then freezing to death. That would not be ideal. That should be a decent amount though. Also need to make sure that we're still gathering plants. There's a decent amount of reed over on the coast. And that should keep our laborers busy for a while. So let's go ahead and 10 times speed it. Zoom in. Check out the colony. It's cool that they have like stained glass on the church. Got the yellow, the blue, and the red. Alright, let's take somebody out of the builder's hut. Put them here and get medicinal powder going. Houses are getting built. Zero burst occurred last season. Of course it did. Can't catch a break. People are moving out of the apartments though. 6 citizens still want new houses. The only problem that comes with is if we build more houses, we're gonna need more fuel. We could look into a boiler, but we're gonna need cut stone for that. Decreasing fuel consumption, but if we keep all our houses in the same area, we'll get that boiler later on. We are we are out of food, so maybe selling those pumpkins weren't a good idea, so let's go ahead and make sure that we're still gathering a bunch of food here. We're still gathering food from our gatherer's hut, but our output isn't that high because we only have 2 people working there. As long as we don't run out of food. Water is dropping a little bit. We were consistently around 800 and 900 before, and we dropped down to 700. But tools we might be able to take a break from here soon. So if we needed to put workers elsewhere, we can always do that. It'd be nice to get somebody else in the quarry, because we're kind of staying stagnant around 80. Definitely need those pumpkins going. We need the bison. We're at 5 right now. But once they get maxed out, we'll start getting meat from there. That won't be so bad. Fuel reserves are low, but winter's about to be over, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and go on a decent sized journey. Collect some reed over by the coast, make sure our shoes are still getting made, which they are. Can probably cap these out at 100 to be honest. This person is done making tools. So for now, get out of there and go there. I also need you to store the household goods. You need to store herb. Yes. And just out of curiosity, do we have any events going on around the map? We obviously have the bandit hut. Doesn't look like we have any events going on. No big trees, no big animals that we can interact with. We need somebody here. There's not anybody building right now. Let's go ahead and get a repair person going. We are out of flax for our textile mill. And only 4 years. Only 4 years till the first bandit camp. Ooh, we have a wild beast coming too. Oh. That might be a little tough for us to deal with. The wild beast, because we have to try and plan where we're gonna place our arrow towers, so we kind of have to wait for it to spawn and then hurry up and get it built. We could just start building them. I just don't really want to use the resources right now. Making sure our food stays good by putting this person here, but also wouldn't be bad to put an extra person over here. And stone, because I think, what do we need for the arrow towers? Iron, stone, and wood. We don't have iron production yet either. Kind of focusing, or rather relying on the iron deposits on the map. So it could get tough here pretty soon. It could get tough here. We haven't been able to focus on combat at all yet. Clothing is doing pretty well though, and honestly I don't think we need 200, so let's stop it at 150. Let's start thinking, since you are not really doing much right now, let's put you over here. We'll raise this to at least 250 for now. Stone tools is still doing fine. So yeah, let's stock up on some stone. Potentially think about getting a mine here soon. I don't think we'll need that reed field anytime soon. But we're about to get a 5th technology point. XP is about to hit level 10. So then we should be okay. At least research wise. There's the next tech point. 9 citizens still want new homes. We still have 7 people in here. We only have 2 builders, but if we're just building houses for now, that's fine. Go ahead and get 3 more houses down. Our quarry still has 92 inventory, so we don't have to worry about upgrading that anytime soon. Other than that, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. I can't complain. I think this is a good start for us. Let us make sure our laborers are working, or at least have something to do on break in between jobs. So we'll keep gathering plants for now. Also knock down some of these trees. Clear all the trees in our area. Because I'm assuming that that causes like pathing issues or slows us down. Be nice to get another person on this, but also I don't want my consumption of timber to be too high. I don't want to rush somebody into there. We are about to hit winter and we have no reserves. A little worrisome. Just a tad though, just a tad. Is this still giving? Yes. So this zone of influence is still within all of our territory. This may be not the apartments, but we had good placement on these so far. Probably keep expanding production here. We just don't want to get too far away from our housing because as you can see, all these people need to travel in order to get warm. Gotta make it into a house, so we don't want our houses too far from everything. This person is done here. We have a new seed. We have peas, which actually we're gonna change because that has more output for food. We don't need clothing anymore, we need fuel. So let's get you out of here for now. Put you in fuel. Tools is still doing fine. We should have just got some flax. Yeah, we're at 986 flax, so. And that's how much we got for the year. Way more than last year, which is interesting. Citizens are freezing, but luckily they're making it to the house in time, so they should be okay. 6 citizens still want new housing, but we got 3 out of the apartments. And look at all the kiddos. We had 3 people born, and it looks like this season alone we've had 6 already. We have 9 kiddos. This is exactly what we need. Exactly what we needed. Bison. We're at our max capacity, so we're starting to get leather and buffalo meat, which is amazing. Food is still running kind of low here, so let's make sure we're getting all the plants gathered. Try and keep up with our food. Once we start getting the peas growing rather than the pumpkins, that should help us. And now that we have some meat coming in through the bisons, that should also help us quite a bit. We can honestly probably temporarily disable the flax for a season or 2. Now that we're having consistent leather, I don't think we're gonna need the linen right now. So we could just turn this building off for now. We'll see. We'll see when the time comes. And then we might just end up changing this crop to more food. Please be immigrants. So in about 1.5 years, we'll get another wave of immigrants. Just had somebody graduate school, which is great. There's somewhere. Yeah, let's put you here for now. Stone's building up quite nicely. Make sure we're still gathering plants. Keeping up with our reed so we can keep making shoes. We have another traveling merchant. He wants pumpkins or oats. No, not willing to give up food again. Not quite yet. Depending on where this animal comes in from, though, we should probably start thinking about getting some towers built. We build one like here. This can cover the building on the outside plus the mountain range. Protects a decent amount. I think we're gonna try one there. Also want to put one to protect all the houses. We also want to have one in this choke point here. Let's just get this one built for now. Because we don't want to use all of our iron. It is starting to warm up, so let's go ahead and make sure we're gathering some. Wood and food is looking okay. We are catching up on it a bit. So yeah, let's queue up some mining. And then queue up some plants. Some harvesting as well. We're going to turn this building off right away. Because these do cost upkeep of 25 per month. And I don't want to just waste money if we're not using it. We're down to 75 ore. I'd like to wait and see if we can spot where this beast comes from. But if he comes from like this side, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So I don't want to rush it and then not have enough materials to make one where we actually need one. If we can get like another one right here. And then right here. Hunters always need to go out for hunting, and sometimes they have to go somewhere far away because they can't find any trace of animals nearby. So a hunter wants to make food that is easy to take with. Give him beer or suggest him take long-lasting food. Long-lasting, right? We got some meat cans, 300. That should be the top. Meat cans should be fancy food? No. Looks like they're gonna be simple food, which is fine. We had quite a few people graduate, so let's slow things down. We can put someone on stone tools again. We'll get somebody making linen. Clothing is fine. We might as well get some builders going, just so we can rush these towers. And then we'll keep one slot open for when we need to put somebody in the tower. So for now, they can just do our labor work. Alright, let's go ahead and speed things back up. And prepare. We gotta prepare. We should have a decent amount of medicinal powder going. Looks like the clinic is using it. And surprisingly, our health is still down at 55. Houston's trying to come in my lap. Now he's just chilling. Chilling at my feet. Looking at me. I know he's tempted to go on my computer tower. Better not. Better not do it. Alright, this is about to get finished, which is awesome. Turn that off right away. We can actually take this person out of here. And what more do we want? Let's get some extra water for now, because we're getting down to 550 now. Everything else should be okay. Let's go ahead and 10 times speed it for a little bit. And ooh, let's go ahead and just get another tower going. We are up to 119. Make sure we cover the mountain. Make sure we cover the pasture. We'll go ahead and get one right here, I think. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the first tame beast or a wild beast event? I don't know if I am. I don't know if I'm ready. Processing proficiency +1, or we can get cattle. Cattle would be nice. They should give us milk. But milk is not really something we'll be using until late game. Processing of proficiency should help us with all of our manufacturing. It should help with our speed. This one's kind of tough. I think I'm gonna go for the cattle though. Town details, collection, pasture animals. Cattle does not give us milk. That's gonna be cows. So these give a little more leather than what the buffaloes are giving us. Otherwise, it's the same. I mean, it's beef versus buffalo meat. Not sure if there's a difference in that. Turn that off right away. Now, I'm gonna build one more tower. If somehow this wild beast comes in an area that I haven't built a tower, that would just be crazy. That would just be wild to me. There's really one, maybe two areas that aren't covered. I think we can be okay if we spread this out more though. Let's put it there. Let's 10 times speed it and get ready for this wild beast. Go ahead and get another builder. Get this done as quick as possible. Alright, beasts are intruding. New livestock we know. Where is this coming from? Of course. It's coming from the northeast. Get another builder. And we need a second tower. We can't get it to where it covers everything. However, I think if we put it like right here, we'll be okay. Alright, what is it? Prescott the Fierce Tiger. If we see the perspective, we just look at its bouncing booty. So I won't make you guys suffer through that. You guys can hear the music. It's pretty intense. I tried to make sure to turn up the game volume because I know my voice is a little louder. I have the mic closer. That was from balancing everything with Warhammer. Getting ready to record some of that as well. But yeah, the music's pretty intense right now. We need these buildings done ASAP. ASAP, Rocky. They're not gonna get done. And this guy is probably going to take out my housing right here. Houston's messing with the green screen. He's gonna take out my apartments. Yep. Dang it. I thought I was so prepared. I thought I was so prepared. Now at this point, I'm just worried about him killing citizens. If he takes out the apartments, we can rebuild it. It's really not that expensive. Might be some iron, stone, and wood. Not worried about it. He starts killing citizens though, that's a problem. Oh, Houston, quit fighting Enzo. It's cats. Ridiculous. Stop. Ridiculous. I need the water bottle. Alright, well, he took that out. What else is he gonna take out? Is he leaving? Please tell me he leaves after that. It didn't look like I lost anybody. I wonder if the cats knew that a tiger was attacking and they started acting up, because they were really doing so well up until this point. But I think that is the damage done. The scary music's gone. We have 3 years until the bandit camp comes and attacks us. Towers are getting done, so next time we get a beast event, all areas should be covered. We know for next time that we need to start building those a little bit sooner rather than later. But just losing that is going to take 60 wood and 30 stone. That's not bad at all. We have another supply crate coming down. Prescott, the tiger, should be going off the map. Immigrants coming in about, I want to say, 8 months? 9 months? Merchant ship, and other than that, we have no events needed. Let's make sure we're still gathering plants because our food is dwindling, but we're about to have a harvest. And without further ado, we are going to go ahead and end the episode here. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.